The 2019-20 NBA season saw the rise of a phenomenon in Luka Doncic. The 21-year-old had a spectacular rookie season last year, but he competed in the playoffs for the first time this season and was nothing short of brilliant. Luka's notable performances in his first 2 years with the Dallas Mavericks are already earning him comparisons with greats like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Pete Maravich. Doncic was the most accomplished teenager in European basketball history when he was drafted in 2018. And he's only continued his superstar ascent since. No player in the 2000s has posted a better PER in his second season. Trae Young is the only player to average more points per game in year 2. Doncic does have a solid supporting cast in Dallas, but make no mistake, he's arguably the NBA's top asset entering the next decade. The Dallas Mavericks have been incredibly boosted by the signing of Luka Doncic. Fitting into the NBA proved to be a seamless transition, as Luka's already proved his talents in Europe, where he won the EuroLeague title and the MVP award in 2018. Currently, Luka Doncic is just 21 years old, but already has plenty of experience under his belt. One could see his capacity to deliver in big games, where Luka called the shots against the LA Clippers for a game winner in an overtime game for playoffs thriller, without having his second best player in Kristaps Porzingis for that game, and also for most of the series. In Luka's very first playoff series, the Slovenian averaged 31 PPG, and even had a 40-point triple-double. While going head-to-head against one of the league's best in Kawhi Leonard and his sidekick Paul George, in that series, Luka had to face a deep LA Clippers, who's one of the title's favorites, and many NBA analysts claim the Clippers to have the best perimeter defense in the entire league, but that didn't stop Luka from torching them. Luka's flair for passing, supported by a dominant shooting hand, makes him unguardable on the court. Luka has earned plenty of reverence and support from his head coach Rick Carlisle. Luka's all-round game makes him a talent to watch out for in the future, and for this very moment in the present. Many of us can already see Luka Doncic is already building quite a Hall of Fame career, with signs of him looking like he can definitely become a top 10 player of all time. Luka can even potentially enter the greatest of all time, GOAT, discussions, if he can stay healthy for a majority of his career, and also if Luka can win some of those debates, which is a very hard thing to do against the MJ and LeBron superfans when Luka's career is all said and done, and when it's time to rank him properly. Luka is just a sophomore in the NBA, and it's scary to think how good he'll become in the near future. The league is in safe hands indeed with this kid Luka Doncic. Doncic may be in just his second NBA season, but compared to most league sophomores, he has a wealth of professional experience. In fact, he signed his first contract with the esteemed Spanish club Real Madrid at just 13 years old, when most of his NBA peers still played AAU basketball. Doncic came here at the ripe age of 13, not long after he had been crowned MVP of the Under-13 Lido di Roma tournament by dropping 54 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists in the finals. Sasha Doncic, father of Luka Doncic, had already seen enough. He shipped his son Luka off to Spain, where Luka signed a monster long-term deal with Real Madrid through 2022, with multiple NBA escape clauses. Sasha explained his choice of Madrid by pointing to the club's development of Chicago Bulls forward Nikola Mirotic, one of the NBA's top rookies last season. Since his arrival, Doncic has been named MVP of 10 youth tournaments with Madrid's juniors and led teams to 7 championships, including the EuroLeague Adidas NGT. Doncic has the full package of skills: athleticism, shooting, ball handling, toughness, feel for the game, high basketball IQ, you name it. He dribbles with both hands on the break, leverages his lengths to inhale boards, and threads dimes with ease. By the time Luka was 16 years old, he was playing against some of the world's stiffest competition. It's the glimpses, the moments when talent, athleticism, and skill coincide that make scouts raise their eyebrows. Doncic had made his professional debut at 16 years old, but by then he'd practiced with full-grown men for years. The European powerhouse Real Madrid found itself in a familiar position, cruising toward a blowout win over then number 1 seed Unicaja Malaga, with Luka Doncic now entering the game. The game was out of reach, but a strange buzz filled the famed Barclaycard Center, a buzz only understood by those familiar with the date of birth of Luka Doncic. A fair-skinned, blonde-haired, baby-faced, 6'8" Slovenian checked in at the scorer's table, and immediately he found the ball. Really, the ball found him in his first sequence. At this moment, we all knew we were witnessing the birth of a European legend in the making for ourselves. By merely gracing the floor, Doncic had become the youngest player to ever play a minute with European juggernaut Real Madrid at just 16 years of age. To be sure, this kind of precociousness isn't entirely novel in Spain. Doncic is the third youngest player in Spanish history to make a varsity league appearance in the ACB, following Minnesota Timberwolves magician Ricky Rubio, 14, and Angel Rebolo, 15. That Luka Doncic was so good that he managed to carve out a rotation role with Real Madrid, a star-loaded roster featuring 6 former NBA players in Sergio Rodriguez, Rudy Fernandez, Gustavo Ayón, Andres Nocioni, Jeffrey Taylor, and Trey Tompkins, which is simply astounding. At the age of 16, many scouts and European basketball insiders are already talking NBA, the NBA draft lottery, specifically for Luka Doncic soon. After what became a quiet first year, Luka's greatness began to show in the 2016-17 season. The next season, Doncic led Real Madrid to a EuroLeague championship victory, earning MVP honors in the process. In other words, by the time the Dallas Mavericks drafted then 19-year-old Doncic in June 2018, he'd already played 3 years of pro basketball. The guard's growth continued in his NBA rookie season. He not only earned NBA Rookie of the Year, but also an all-rookie first-team selection. Can Luka Doncic really become the next NBA GOAT? Well, this is something we'll just have to wait and see, but with the right pieces around him and a competent front office, Luka Doncic should be well on his way to winning multiple regular season NBA MVPs and even a couple of finals MVPs in the playoffs, and there is no ceiling as to how good Luka Doncic can be when it's all said and done. Let's just enjoy the show of the next NBA legend in our very own Luka Doncic. Check out some of these videos that appear on your screen.